everyone, so we're in the yard today and we're going to be making up baby nukes. So these are little baby colonies that serve to get queens mated. So queen breeders, people who develop little queen cells, they need to put that somewhere so the queen can hatch out, go get mated, and come back and start laying in a smaller colony rather than a big colony, because that would take a lot more resources. So there's lots of different types of mating nukes available, so definitely do your research and try out a bunch of different things if this is what you're into. At Tech Transfer, we use these little styrofoam ones. We like these because they're nice and transportable. We make them down in the Guelph area close to our home office, and then we bring them up to our isolated mating yard close to Huntsville. So it's important to be able to transport them all over the place. So these little guys make it nice and easy. So inside, there's 3 little frames, and the bees will get on this and draw them out into nice, well, big little frames and fill them out and start laying in there. There's a little reservoir here for sugar syrup. It's important to feed baby nukes. It promotes cell care. So today we're going to be preparing these to receive cells. So they do have to start with a population of bees first. So we're going to load them up with baby bees. And you can see there's a trap door on the bottom of this nuke. So we're going to open that, put 2 cups of bees in, close it up, and then it's good to go. We leave them overnight closed up just so the bees get used to being in their new home. And then we come and open the little door. And there's a little hole that the bees can fly and the queen can leave and get mated. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So we need a lot of baby bees to fill up these nukes. We're making about 100 of them today. So step 1 today is going to be going through our full-size colonies here in this yard. We're going to catch the queen and put her aside safely, and then we're going to shake some baby bees out and use those to populate these nukes. When you're doing this, if you're making a large quantity, it's way easier to go through, find all of your queens first, find more than you think you're going to need, just because if you're a couple bees short, it's way faster to just have queens caught beforehand than have to stop the nuke production and go back in and find some more queens later. So I've got Steph, Matisse, and I here in the yard today. We're going to go through our colonies and find some queens.
Alright, so to start, we take our mini nukes out of the boxes. We don't like to work from the boxes, it's just a little less efficient. Instead we line them out on the ground in an assembly line, and that makes it a little faster. Instead of having them right side up, we turn them upside down to start, and that way we can fill them from the bottom.
So we're just about ready now. We've got our colonies all opened up. The queens are nice and safe in cages there, so we can just shake bees and be sure we're not gonna shake her too. And you can see our baby nukes here are all laid out, ready for the bees. So when we're making baby nukes like this, there's 3 jobs, so it works efficiently with 3 people. There's gonna be 1 person shaking the bees, 1 person scooping the bees into the baby nukes, and another person standing here waiting to close it up and flip it over. So I'll show you on a small scale what that looks like, but then we're gonna have to put the camera down and do it all at once to be nice and efficient. So come on over here. So you can see, Steph, come on close so everyone can see. So we've got here the queen's in this cage. She's gonna stay there. She's nice and safe, tucked in because it's a hot day. We don't wanna risk overheating her, or if it's a cooler day, you don't wanna risk chilling her. So tuck her in between the frames there so the bees can take care of her. And now all of the brood frames is what we're after. So we wanna shake brood frames so we target the baby bees. So in all of the colonies we opened up today, the brood frames are loosened up and they're ready to be shaken. So I'm gonna shake a couple into this bin here. All right, and when we're really doing this, I'll shake a whole lot more, but just to show you guys what we're doing today. So the bees are down in here. They'll start crawling around. The older ones will fly away, but you can bang them to go to one side and scoop them up and into the baby nuc. And then you can close it up gently so that you're not squishing too many bees. If the door is it's hard to open and close, a little bit of Vaseline will loosen that up. And then that's good to go. So we'll put these completed nucs in a shady area if we can find some today, just to make sure they don't overheat. We're gonna move these right away. So we're gonna keep the doors closed for 24 hours, put them in their new location, and then open up the doors. If you're leaving them in the yard you're making them, you can either leave the doors closed and come back to open them up, or you can plug the hole, open them up right away, and plug the hole with candy or a couple mini marshmallows, something like that. Even grass will work, just to plug them in long enough so they don't go flying right back home. Alright, so these are being filled, and you can see that these baby nucs are very attractive to other bees. So it's a good idea to bring a brush with you in the field to brush those bees off before you put them somewhere else or load them up into your truck. If you don't have a brush, then a handful of grass will sort of work just the same. Okay, so the bees on these baby nucs, you don't have to let them go to waste. Just brush them back off into the bin, and then you can use them for more nucs. Okay, so the final thing that we're going to be doing today with these baby nucs is giving them a little bit of sugar syrup. So it's good for them to have something to do, something to munch on while they're in there. So just giving them a little bit of sugar syrup there in their feeder. We'll hold them over until we can top them up when they get to their final location. So that's what Steph and Matisse are doing now.